a strategy call late last week with a wonderful gentleman who was beyond frustrated and discouraged in his job search. That was now unfortunately stretching into 6 very long months. He told me right out of the gate, Lori, I've applied to over 400 jobs. I get up at 4 a.m., work out, and then I start every day applying to jobs. And I've been doing this every day for 6 months, and I'm not getting anywhere. And I got the impression when he was telling me this that he was hoping I was going to congratulate him for how hard he'd been working. But instead, I was very truthful, and I asked him if he knew what the definition of insanity was. He did, but just didn't understand what else he could do. So I asked him one question. How many opportunities did you actually pursue? Because those are two completely different things. And I think that's where many experienced professionals are getting stuck. If we haven't met, my name's Lori Lawrence, and I am the founder of Next Chapter Career Coaching, and I'm a job search specialist. And I work with job seekers over the age of 45 who are struggling first in their application process, and then to get interviews, and then from there to get an offer. And I work very, very closely with all my clients, either in a one-on-one setting or in a job search community that meets 2 times live each week with me and others. So if you're new here, welcome. If you've been following me for a while, thank you for spending a few minutes with me today. So I want to talk about something I see I know every week and every day with most of the professionals that come to me after months, sometimes even a year, of looking for work. So for years, we've all been conditioned to believe that success in a job search is measured by activity. More applications, more resumes, more clicks, more hours sitting behind a computer. Every night, people close their laptop feeling absolutely exhausted. They're not actually getting any closer to getting hired. So I want you to understand this. Being busy and making progress, they're not the same thing. They're just not. Think about this for a minute. If you spend 4 hours today submitting applications, how much of that time actually increased your odds of getting an interview? Most people, they don't stop to ask themselves this question because applying feels productive. It's something that feels familiar. We've been doing it like this for years. You can organize it on a spreadsheet and you can check off a list. But today's hiring market, it's changed dramatically. The playbook we used in 2015 is not the same playbook today. And you have to have a strategy and a methodology that works in this very noisy market. Many of these public online postings, they receive hundreds, sometimes thousands of applications. Recruiters simply cannot review everyone. This isn't because your experience isn't good enough. It's because the volume has completely changed the game. And yet people keep responding by applying even more. It's almost like trying to win the lottery by just buying one more ticket. Instead, what I want you to start measuring, something a little bit different. Not how many jobs did I apply for this week, but how many quality opportunities did I intentionally pursue? Very different measurements. Because quality opportunity means you've actually researched the company, the people, you understand what they seem to need through the job opportunity, you've customized your research, you've gotten inside the organization, and you've started your boss hunting. You found ways to become visible so that your application doesn't simply just disappear. And that's how we work closer to getting into a conversation. One of the biggest mindsets I try to make every one of my clients understand is stop treating every job posting like it's some sort of transaction. Start treating it like the beginning of a business relationship. If you wanted to work with a company, would you rather be application number 713 or the person who was introduced by someone on the inside? Here's something else I think surprises a lot of people. Many job seekers believe their next opportunity has to come from a Fortune 500, a Fortune 100, Fortune 50 company, because that's where everyone else is applying, and that's where all the jobs seem to be, and that's where everyone wants to be. The reality is some of the best opportunities today are coming from companies you've never even heard of. Companies with 100, 300, 800 employees, organizations that are growing fast, organizations that don't receive quite the same overwhelming flood of applicants, organizations where one introduction can actually mean a significant difference. And sometimes we're all chasing the exact same companies where thousands of incredible opportunities are sitting just outside our field of vision. And boy, do these companies need our experience. One of the things that I've added to the methodology that I teach, clients have found that it's easier to get a recommendation than you think. And I also provide a very powerful operating system that allows you to customize your search. It allows you to eliminate all the spreadsheets and sticky notes, and it allows you to really keep everything organized and customized in one place. It helps you identify companies that are actually a really strong fit and prioritize those opportunities, and it helps surface the people that can influence the hiring decisions and in fact introduce themselves to these people. More importantly, it keeps them focused on quality and not quantity. Because honestly, most people, well, they don't need more job postings. They just need a better process that will get them the results that they're looking for. And that's exactly what I have built into the way I coach and in the next chapter method. This week, I want to give you a very simple challenge. Go back, look at the last 5 applications, just 5. Then ask yourself, did I customize my resume? Most likely you did. But did I spend 15 minutes at least researching the company? Did I identify someone who works there? Did I possibly find my boss? Did I make an attempt to build a connection before or after I applied? Or did I just simply click apply and hope for the best? And be honest with yourself. Not because I'm trying to make you feel bad, but because awareness change. And if you've done all those things and you're still not getting the results, we need to talk. And here's what I want you to do on your very next application. Slow down, slow way down, and pick one opportunity, just one. Make it a high quality application, the highest you've submitted in a month. Research the company, understand their business and their needs, use the language from the job description, find people to connect with, become intentional, because I promise you, one strategic application is really much more valuable than 20 rushed ones. And if you've been feeling unbelievably frustrated and isolated, please don't assume that something's wrong with you, because it's not. It may simply be that you're measuring the wrong things. Today's job search isn't won by a person who submits the most application. It's won by the person who builds the strongest strategy, and strategy can absolutely be learned. So if this video helped you think a little bit differently, question some of the things you're doing about your job search, well, I'd love for you first to like and subscribe to this channel. Every week I share practical strategies to help experienced professionals like yourself become much more visible, more relevant, and ultimately get back to work faster. If you're tired of trying to figure out all of this stuff on your own, I'd love to have a conversation with you. It will cost you nothing. And you can look at joining our community, or maybe explore one-on-one coaching, or just simply have a conversation with me. And we'll take a look at where you're at today and build a strategy that's right for you to get hired quicker. This, again, costs you nothing. And I'm not interested in reviewing your resume, and I'm not trying to sell you something. I just really want to help. Thank you so much for being here, and I do hope to see you next Friday. Bye for now.